Welcome to online classes. This is the third video of your first chapter in the online classes series. We have studied what software concepts are, system software, application software, utility software, and what we can do in application softwares like Excel. How do we apply logic formulas for programming and the conditions that are required for our own work. In this video, we'll start with HTML. As you have studied, HTML is a language program. HTML language is used to create documents on the World Wide Web, means on the internet. HTML defines a structure, a layout of a web document by using a variety of tags and attributes. As you reconcile, this is the structure. Head. You start with HTML tag, then head. Now remember, HTML is a pair tag, right? Once you start this tag, you have to finish the same tag with /HTML. Head, head, then title. Whatever you type in title will come here on the top or right over here. Then body tag. Your body tag is the actual tag where the actual content of your page is displayed. Now what do you do once you made this tags or web page or a notepad? But how do you save it in a notepad file? You have to save it, save as. Now if you save as just a text document, it will save as a text document. It won't go as a web page. You have to save as HTML. You have to save the extension HTML and press save. What happens if you don't do it? What happens if you don't save this file as a web document? You can see here, this is a simple HTML page and it will open as a text document. But once you save the same file as .html, it will open up in a browser and it will show as an structural language program. Now, what do you see here? You see web page online classes, the content that I've tagged, and title, and this is a test explanation of basic HTML structure, your body. This is very important because on a web page we have elements, tags, attribute, and why do we need HTML markup languages for web page or for internet? Because without these you cannot design, or without these you cannot serve the web page. These are the steps that you can use to save file. These are the common tags: head, title, body, bold. And then how to create a table data. Do follow these steps. Try making a HTML page, and if you have any problems, do let me know, because you already know how to work with HTML pages. And this is with borders and attributes, headings, how you change the boldness of the headings. Now, coming to databases, Microsoft SS. Now, SS is a powerful program to create and manage your database. It has many built-in features to assist you in constructing and viewing your information. Now, why do we use SS? You can use Excel as well, right? In SS, you can create large database, a very large database, holding a file, a table, or record, fields, and data types, such as now. For example, you have database, table, record, field, and data type. In a database file, this is your main file. the bigger file, the bigger picture that you work on, that encompasses the entire database and that is saved to your hard drive. Then table is the smallest form. The next step, a table is a collection of data about a specific topic, like students data, teacher data, right? And then comes the field. Now imagine you have a different fields in a student data, like student's first name, student's last name, student's roll number. That comes under table in a field section. Then there's the data types. The types are you want this data, this field should be of text, currency, a date, a specific value, right? In Microsoft Access, you can easily manipulate data by a relationship. You can easily relate to documents to databases. This is the importance of Microsoft Access. Teachers field. And this chapter, it is clearly shown with the help of pictures how to create a database file, how it works in SS 2000. These are the basic steps. You open a SS application, then you click on tables, whatever the step-by-step process here. With pictures, how it works, you can fill in the data, step 3. Then your next concept is reviewing on programming concept. Now, in our first video, we have talked about what is a programming concept. Everything that you work on a computer and lets you work on him is a program. Don't forget, it's just a machine, and you decide what it work on and how a user can work on it, right? Just say you have a problem, you want to make an app. For that, you have to follow these steps. Analyzing the problem, development of a solution, coding the solution. Coding means step by step display. Then testing a program that is working or not. And analyzing the problem, you have to find out on what app or what problem you want to create a software or an app. It means to find out the requirements of the program. Then development of solution. Now, you're creating something. There are always problems. The logic doesn't work out, or the problem is it's not executing properly. So you have that development, how to develop a solution. Now, in developing a solution, you either go by algorithm or either by flowchart. An algorithm is just step by step. Number 1, start. Number 2, calculate. Number 3, go out, right? But in a flowchart, it's just a visual representation, diagrammatic representation. This is a parallelogram used for input, decision making, right? And the arrow shows the flow, terminal, start and end. For example, let's say this is a basic program. You have to find the largest of 3 numbers. In an algorithm, you start by saying number 1 start, number 2 read 3 numbers, number 1 blah blah blah, and you go step by step. But once you go visual, right, you have to display it as a table. Then there you follow a flowchart. You start by terminal boxes, then you place an arrow, read A, B, C, or num1, num2, or num3, whatever you want. Go to a decision box and ask, is A greater than B? If yes, if A is greater than B, then check again, is A greater than C? If yes, then print A is greater. Now, if A is not greater than C, then print C. It will be logically a verb because C would be greater than B because A is greater than B. So the logic would be if no, print C. Now, the first logic, if A is smaller than B, it means B is greater than A. Then we have to check, is B greater than C or not? If yes, print B as a greater number, the largest number, otherwise print C. So this is basically how you display a program with the pseudocode. Pseudocode means you just write steps or display steps defining a program. The development cycle. How do you develop a program? How do you test it? You need compilers, coders, proceeding. That we'll discuss in next chapter. Program testing. Why program testing is important? Because once you develop something, once you make something, you have to make sure it works properly. Otherwise, it's not worth it, right? You have to test it yourself. That is where testing phase comes in. Now, elements of programming language. What are the elements? What do we use to make a program? It contains variables, syntax, groups, arrays, structures, different structures. This is how a programming language works. With this, we are finished with chapter first. And these are the questions that you need to finish out. You need to write them down on the copies. We'll check them later on. And if you have any questions, do ask me. Because this chapter, the logic of this chapter will be applied in the next one. Programming languages. I'll discuss in the next video. With this is the end of the video. Good luck.